Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Could Zika mosquitoes make it here to Michigan? Dr. McGeorge separates fact from fiction.
Get ready because it's on the way. Hotter weather making its way toward Metro Detroit, but will there be any storms along with it?
And we begin with breaking news involving the Detroit Police Department. An investigation launched after a racist post to Facebook has been attributed to a veteran Detroit police officer. The post was in reaction to the tragedy in Dallas where 5 officers were gunned down.
Let's go ahead and get right to Jermont Terry. And Jermont, we know there's an official investigation now underway.
That's right, Sandra. DPD confirming that it launched an investigation into that Facebook post and whether or not it was actually written by one of their own officers. Now, this post calls the Black Lives Matter movement terrorists and other derogative words. The comments posted came from the Facebook page of someone named Nate Weekly. The person writes, "For the first time in my nearly 17 years as a law enforcement officer, I contemplated calling into work in response to the outrageous act perpetrated against my brothers. It seems like the only response that will demonstrate our importance to society as a whole." The post continues on to read, "The only racists here are the piece of expletive Black Lives Matter terrorists and their supporters." On Friday, more than 500 people rallied in downtown Detroit as part of the Black Lives Matter movement. This demonstration was in response to the ambush of those Dallas officers who were shot and killed. The Detroit group also rallied in opposition of the shooting deaths of 2 black men killed in Louisiana and Minnesota by white cops. Detroit police tell Local 4 Chief Craig opened an investigation looking into the racist Facebook post. DPD confirms a Nate Weekly is a sworn officer on the police force, but they haven't said if they know with certainty whether Officer Weekly wrote the actual words. Either way, Chief Craig telling us, quote, "The comments do not reflect the overall belief or opinion of the department." Now, Chief Craig is expected to speak out about this Facebook post and their investigation sometime tomorrow morning. Reporting live outside police headquarters, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Jermont. And we should point out Officer Nate Weekly is Joseph Weekly's brother. Detroit Police Officer Joseph Weekly, you may remember, made headlines when he was tried in connection with the shooting death of 7-year-old Ayanna Jones. That case against Weekly was eventually dismissed last year. He is now back on the force. And you'll want to stay with Local 4 News overnight and on clickondetroit.com. That's where we will continue to bring you the very latest developments on this breaking news. Steve?
Large-scale protests and rallies across the country tonight reacting to the multiple fatal shootings this past week. This was the scene just a short time ago in Atlanta, a very peaceful march through the streets there. But it was a much different scene tonight in Baton Rouge. There, protesters clashed with police. Meanwhile, in Dallas, 3 days after a gunman opened fire and killed 5 officers, that city continues to mourn. Dan Sheneman has the story.
Moves to action.
In Dallas, worship and conversation. Community leaders gathered at a church. The subject, ending the bloodshed.
I don't know how you feel, but my heart goes out to a generation that has had to watch this nonsense in real time.
The gathering comes 3 days after 5 Dallas police officers were killed and 7 more wounded when a gunman opened fire on a protest march. One marcher who was wounded by gunfire said thank you to officers who risked their lives to save hers.
And the other officer jumped on top of me and covered me and my son. And there was another one at our feet, and there was another one over our head. And there was several of them lined against the wall over there, and they stayed there with us. And I saw another officer. Get shot right there in front of me.
While the victims recover, unnerving new information is revealed about the gunman. He may have been planning larger attacks.
Based on evidence of bomb-making materials and a journal that this suspect had been practicing explosive detonations, and that the materials was such that it was large enough to have devastating effects throughout our city.
Chief David Brown said the gunman also left a chilling mystery. The initials RB, written in his own blood, on the walls of the parking garage where he was cornered. The initials are just one of many questions facing investigators who continue to comb through Johnson's writings and hope to find out why one man took so many lives. Dan Shenelman, Local 4.
Now, the governor of Texas is recovering after suffering third-degree burns while on vacation in Wyoming, but he has cut that trip short and returned to his post. A spokesperson for the governor, Greg Abbott, says he suffered those second and third-degree burns on his legs from scalding water in an accident. After Thursday's deadly attacks on police officers in Dallas, he told his staff he had to get back to the city. The governor was at a news conference on Friday. Abbott became a paraplegic after an oak tree fell on him while he was jogging after a storm in 1984. Now, here at home, officers and some families come together to honor the victims of that Dallas attack.
Dozens of people gathered at Greater New Mount Moriah Baptist Church in Detroit. Today, the message was of hope and unity after a week of deadly attacks in Dallas, Louisiana, and Minnesota. In Wayne, officers joined a prayer service at the International Church of Metro Detroit. The pastor there says the service was held to show our officers the community stands with them.
We've always been together, but there are voices that are confusing that motive, and that's what we're going to fix today.
It boils down to the person and not the organization. Now, law enforcement, as Pastor Wilson said, we have some work to do. There's no doubt about it.
Just two of many services today to show men and women in blue how much they are appreciated.
Police in St. Clair Shores trying to figure out how a boat fell off a trailer and ended up crashing into a car dealership.
Take a look at this video here. This was sent to us by a viewer. This was at 9 Mile and Mac. It happened around 8 tonight. Security officers at the dealership say that a pickup may have actually been carrying the boat when it flew off and actually they ended up leaving the area. No confirmation just yet, though, from police.
Well, we had a little bit of rain, too much rain and wind and everything else on Friday night for some folks. Now it's going to get hot.
That's right. It gets hot once again, Steve. Some more 90-degree days are ahead. Ooh. But we still need the rain. I know we received too much in one setting, but we've got some more on the way because it's still needed. Today, we had a high temperature of 85 degrees. The normal high, our average high, is 84, so 1 degree above average, and it gets even warmer from here. And no rain for today, no rain expected for tonight as well, so you can wake up tomorrow morning, you'll have a dry commute. 73 right now, still pretty comfortable too. Heat index, one and the same with the temperature. Beautiful pictures being posted on Local 4 storm pins. You can get in on the action too, tonight, tomorrow, anytime this week by just downloading the app. Just search for WDIV in your app store, just like Luna Maria did. Beautiful picture of the marina just downriver over in the Rockwood area. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice blue skies overhead as well. So tonight, temperatures falling back into the 60s. 64 at City Airport, even a little bit cooler outside of the city. 61 for a low when you wake up tomorrow morning in Lapeer, and 59 in Port Huron. But tomorrow gets a little bit hotter than today. Humidity still, though, at tolerable levels. Highs around 85 to 86 degrees. Again, high of 85 today, but near 90 later on this week. And the chance of showers and storms coming back. More on that in your 7-day forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Tonight, state police are looking for a man they believe threatened visitors out on Belle Isle.
Yeah, police say they received an alarming number of 911 calls, some saying that this man was holding a threatening sign. Others say he was holding a gun. It happened this afternoon. Some of the 911 callers said the man was threatening people on the island, telling them they needed to leave. Others said the sign he was holding said everyone on the island should die. Anyone with information about this guy might help identify him. Call the state police. Tonight, Detroit police need some help to find two missing people, both who suffer from mental health issues.
We start tonight with a missing teenage girl. Take a good look here. This is 16-year-old Seda James. She was last seen yesterday afternoon at her home on the 1700 block of Ohio, just north of McNichols there on the city's west side. Officers say she was last seen wearing pajamas, and if you've seen her or if you have any information at all, call Detroit police.
And police are searching for 51-year-old Edward Nettles. He was last seen on Wednesday leaving the Faith Adult Foster Care Home. That's in the 1600 block of Asbury Park. That's just south of Puritan on the west side. Police say Nettles is a dialysis patient. If you've seen him, call police.
In just a couple of hours, convicted serial rapist Darian Winfield will go before a judge to be sentenced.
A jury found Winfield, 20 years old, guilty of murder, home invasion, and criminal sexual conduct. Prosecutors say Winfield broke into a home on the east side in January. He raped and assaulted a 17-year-old woman. The woman was hospitalized for several days before eventually dying from her injuries. Winfield is scheduled to be in court tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Today, folks in a neighborhood on Detroit's east side came together for a very special block party.
Lots of young ones, children, parents, all gathering on Lappin Street. This is for a day of fun at the Save the Block Peace Rally. The event was put on by the Unlock the Truth organization. Families out there, as you can see, they got to enjoy a bounce house, face painting. Organizers say they want kids in that neighborhood to know they are taken care of.
So this is to let all of the children know that there are people in their community who are willing to keep them safe, that we're going to keep them safe, and we want to make them smile. We want to see them happy.
Well, they smiled out there today. Organizers say they are going to be holding block parties just like this one in different neighborhoods all across the city of Detroit.
Oh, I like the face painting job she had there, huh? People living in one Warren neighborhood say that's enough.
It's very frustrating. You can't get any help. None whatsoever. The only time they want to talk to us is when our taxes are due.
How do you argue with that? We'll see why their basements keep flooding and why Warren's mayor says his hands are tied when it comes to a permanent fix. And could a popular new mobile game be making you a target for robbers? Still ahead, how Pokemon Go might be exposing users' locations to the wrong people.
Could mosquitoes that carry the Zika virus make it to Michigan? Could they fly here or come in a plane from another country? And what's stopping the mosquitoes that we already have from spreading the virus? Coming up, I'm answering your questions about the risk for the Zika virus moving into Michigan.
Is it possible the mosquitoes that carry the Zika virus could make it to Michigan?
The interesting way that they get around is actually in used tires.
In good health tonight, as the Olympics approach, Zika virus is on the mind of local as well as international experts.
Boy, it surely is. But so where do we stand in Michigan? Dr. Frank McGeorge is answering your questions about Zika and sharing what he's learned from studying the outbreak over these past few months.
At the beginning of 2015, no one in the United States had even heard of the Zika virus, but it was spreading quickly throughout South America, leaving a devastating birth defect in its wake. And it wasn't until the start of this year that alarm bells started ringing in the U.S., and they have only become louder.
Everything we look at with this virus seems to be a bit scarier than we initially thought.
That's Dr. Ann Shukat, Deputy Director of the Centers for Disease Control at a White House press conference April 13th of this year. That's the same day the Zika virus was officially linked to the devastating birth defect known as microcephaly. The Zika virus is spread primarily by the bite of an infected mosquito. In their brief 2 to 4 weeks of life, the mosquito becomes infected after biting someone else who's infected with the virus. That's the cycle. The mosquito bites a person with Zika, the mosquito carries the virus, and when the mosquito bites another person, it can infect them.
This is a cage of mosquitoes.
Dr. Ned Walker is a professor of entomology at Michigan State with a special interest in mosquitoes. He says, as far as Michigan mosquitoes go,
the mosquitoes here, to the best of our knowledge, just are not genetically competent to carry the virus. There are 2 mosquito species that carry Zika virus currently. They're both in the genus Aedes. One is called Aedes aegypti. The other one is called Aedes albopictus.
The comforting news for Michiganders who are always complaining about the weather is these mosquitoes are not made for our climate.
Well, in Michigan, we don't have the kind of mosquito that carries Zika virus. It's a tropical mosquito, and it can't overwinter here. And we've never found it in Michigan in over at least 5 decades of looking around for mosquitoes of different kinds.
However, in a research paper published this year, maps show Aedes aegypti has been found in both Oakland and Livingston County, and Aedes albopictus has been found on the west side of the state in Ottawa County. State mosquito experts believe this may have been from a misidentification and confusion with a similar-looking mosquito. However, both Dr. Walker and the research paper suggest a different possibility.
The interesting way that they get around is actually in used tires.
Mosquitoes aren't able to fly long distances. Even flying from Ohio at our southern border is unlikely. But mosquito eggs and larvae that have not fully developed have been found in used tires transported across multiple state lines. And that could introduce a small population of Zika-transmitting mosquitoes to Michigan.
The concern is that somebody acquires a Zika virus infection while traveling abroad, returns to the U.S., and they have the virus in their bloodstream, and they'd be bitten by one of these important mosquitoes that we've mentioned, and then those mosquitoes would later bite another person and transmit the virus.
This will be an issue in the southern United States with large mosquito populations of concern, but
in Michigan, it's just so unlikely.
These are the maps from the Centers for Disease Control showing the more likely areas where Zika-transmitting mosquitoes are found in the U.S.
Now, we could dream up all kinds of scenarios where a live Zika-carrying mosquito could come off an airplane or some other cargo and bite someone living near the airport, for example. But the fact is, they are all incredibly doubtful. The essential message is the real risk is for travelers to areas where Zika has been transmitted, especially women who are pregnant or who might become pregnant, and, until we learn more, men who have traveled to these areas and been diagnosed with Zika need to use condoms for as long as 6 months. Back to you.
All right, Dr. McGeorge, for pregnant women, the risk is enough to worry about it. Our Zika coverage continues tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m.
Dr. McGeorge is going to be back to show you the impact the Zika virus is already having on some local couples expecting a baby or possibly planning to have one in the future. Now here's a look at what's coming up for tomorrow night at 11.
They're sandwiched between their children and their parents.
I just have to kind of go wherever the need is.
It's a growing trend that experts say is getting more daunting for families.
You really have to stop and sort of take time for yourself.
How these caregivers cope with their new reality tomorrow at 11.
Well, we enjoyed a beautiful weekend around here, and it sounds like it's going to get even more humid.
That's right, especially as we go into Tuesday in the middle of this week. Tomorrow, very warm once again, maybe drink a little bit more water, but still humidity at manageable levels for the most part, and more sunshine on the way. And we have a calm night for tonight, and it gets cooler. We can sleep with the windows up, air out the homes a little bit. 73 currently, and we'll fall into the 60s overnight tonight, at least here in town. We got that heat island effect going on. I think we'll see upper 50s and low 60s in many of the suburbs. You can see heat index and temperature one in the same because humidity is still at generally low levels, not much of a factor as we go into tonight. But boy, we make it up to 90 degrees or more at least one day this week. Maybe as early as Tuesday is what I'm thinking, 91 to 92 degrees, a possibility of 90 degrees if we have enough sunshine before temperatures dip back below normal, just in time for Friday and the beginning of next weekend. But what about the chance of showers? I'll talk about that in a second. First, with at least one more 90-degree day on the way, I thought I'd dive deeper into these numbers and take a look at this. This year compared to last year. So far, we've had 7 90-plus degree days this year. Last year, 10. So we're almost to that 10 mark as we go into barely halfway through the summer so far. Still got a lot to go through as we go through the rest of July, into August, and into September. And of course, we'll watch that closely for you right here at Local 4. But certainly a scorcher so far this year. 61 right now for our friends over in Port Huron, 73 in Pontiac, and 69 degrees over in Ann Arbor. Again, low temperatures tonight, mostly in the 60s here in town, upper 50s and low 60s in the suburbs. Dew points in the 50s and low 60s. That's an indication that not feeling very humid outside. Once those dew points get into the middle, upper 60s to near 70, that's when it feels and is more tropical. And that's where the steamy stuff is. You can see down here to our south and west, 91 the high today in Kansas City, 91 also in Memphis. That is going to slowly glide over us as we go into tonight. But right now it's so dry, some showers that are off to our west, they simply fizzle as they get closer. So no rain for tonight. High pressure remains in place, but as this area of high pressure moves off to the east, winds around it are clockwise. So winds eventually out of the south tomorrow, bringing in some of that warmer, if not hotter air, and bringing in more humidity as the days go on. So for tonight, temperatures dip down to about 65 here in town, low 60s, 50s in many suburbs. Fair skies overhead, sun rises at 6:08, and you can expect a dry commute on your Monday. Monday afternoon, dry as well. Partly to mostly sunny skies, but warmer than this past weekend. A high around 87 degrees. Then, as we go into later this week, as early as Tuesday, 91. Near 90 degrees on Wednesday. And with the increased humidity, there's that next chance of showers and storms. Scattered at first on Wednesday. Then we have a cold front coming through on Thursday, so a little bit more widespread. And just in time for Bayview to Mackinac, as festivities get going Friday into Saturday, we're back in the low 80s. And we have mostly sunny skies. Dry for the race as it begins.
Oh, good. Clear skies for the race. That's a good thing.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
People living in Kansas caught in a devastating tornado.
Oh my God. It was a disaster area.
New tonight. there's one thing that's keeping up hope after more than 150 buildings are destroyed.
And he's the war hero who inspired the movie American Sniper, but there seems to be a problem with his story. Still ahead here at 11, what the military is now saying about Chris Kyle's service record.
And why police broke out tear gas and water cannons in the heart of downtown Paris, France. That's next.
Buckle up!
During the Euro Cup Championship in Paris, police used tear gas and water cannons to disperse thousands of fans at the Eiffel Tower. About 80,000 people gathered to watch the match broadcast on large screens. Police say the trouble started when dozens and dozens of people couldn't get into the fan zone to watch the game on the big screen. They set trash on fire in the street. Security was, of course, tight, as that city is still on high alert after the terror attacks back in November.
A Delta flight headed to Colorado forced to make an emergency landing after passengers suffered from carbon monoxide poisoning. That flight traveling from Atlanta to Denver yesterday, when it was suddenly diverted to Tulsa, passengers were taken off the plane. They were quarantined for several hours without any sort of explanation. Paramedics treated 12 sick travelers who all showed symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning. Police confirmed the cause was indeed carbon monoxide, but the source is still unknown. A small town in Kansas now trying to pick up the pieces after being hit by a tornado.
Yeah, they got hit pretty hard. More than 150 structures in Eureka, Kansas sustained some damage on Thursday night. Tree limbs cover yards and streets, siding ripped from homes during the storms. Now hundreds of neighbors and volunteers are working to clean up and rebuild.
We're just trying to get things back to normal, if it ever will be.
We're a big caring family. We all help out each other when things get rough, and we just stick together.
Those who live in Eureka say almost all of the debris from the trees has been cleared away. Thankfully, nobody got injured in those bad storms. Families in Warren want some action from the city after heavy rainfall has flooded their basements again. The families living near 12 Mile and Hoover say almost every year their basements flood following heavy rain. Now, as they clean up the damage, curbsides covered with personal belongings that are now nothing more than trash. Some have spent thousands of dollars in restoration just to have the same problem happen again.
We're tired of losing all of our belongings, and when we think we're safe, this is what happens.
It's very frustrating. You can't get any help. None whatsoever. The only time they want to talk to us is when our taxes are due.
Warren Mayor Jim Fouts now says a multi-county drainage system wrongly chose to appeal a court ruling that would have allowed the city to hook up to the Oakland-Macomb interceptor. The city is now appealing that decision. The U.S. Navy has now lowered its medal count for famed SEAL Chris Kyle.
A Navy investigation released on Friday showed that Kyle overstated the number of awards he received in his book American Sniper. Kyle said he received 2 Silver Stars and 5 Bronze Stars. The form he signed upon leaving the Navy stated he was awarded 2 Silver Stars and 6 Bronze Stars. But the Navy's investigation has set the number right on Kyle's commendations: 1 Silver Star, 4 Bronze Stars. The Navy says the error appears to have been a clerical mistake. It's a new app that has thousands hooked on it, but this game could put users in danger.
Coming up new tonight, how robbers are now using Pokemon Go to try and target victims. Right now, police in Missouri are investigating a unique string of armed robberies.
Boy, I don't understand how this works, but it apparently is really dangerous. The police believe these crooks are using a new Pokemon Go app to target their victims. 4 suspects arrested early this morning. Investigators say here's what happens. The robbers use the game to lure players to what's called a Pokestop, and then they locate the victims. They're in a real-world location. The game allows users to capture and battle Pokemon who appears in the real world. Players pick up supplies in this virtual game at real-world locations that serve as Pokestops, but the robbers are tracking people and can find them at these locations. So that's a real threat.
And also know when they're not at home.
That's true.
Right, because they're out playing the game.
It's a real danger.
So be careful with that.